Ie, croeso atyn ni I neuadd y parc ar gyfer yn gêm fyw ni pnawn 'ma rhwng y Seintiau Newydd a'r Bala. Y Seintiau, y pencampwyr sydd heb golli gêm yma ers mis Mawrth y llynedd a'r Bala tybed ydy'r tîm I ddod â'r hediad yna I ben pnawn 'ma. Y Seintiau yn eista yn union lle fyddwch chi'n disgwyl iddyn nhw wneud ar y brig. Ceicona bellach yn gyfartal ar bwyntiau hefo nhw'n dilyn I buddigoliaeth nhw neithiwr yn erbyn Caernarfon o 6 gol I 2. Y Bala erbyn hyn yn eista yn chweched safle. Dwi'n falch iawn o groesawu atyn ni pnawn 'ma. Prif sgoriwr holl hanes uwch gyngrair Cymru, Mark Lloyd Williams. Croeso atyn ni, James. Wel, ar ôl clywed hynny I gyd, Mark, ydyn ni'n meddwl mae'r Bala ydy'r tîm I ddod â'r hediad yma I ben pnawn 'ma?
Wel, mae'n gael gêm ni sgôr yn erbyn nhw yn barod tymor yma ar Maes Tegid. Dalcan calad byd, da ni'n gwybod faint o berig yn ymosodol ydy'r Seintiau Newydd tymor yma. To be, 43 goliau yn y gyngrair yn barod. Ond ar ôl dyna, Bala, nhw sy'n record amddiffynol ora yn y gyngrair. Dim ond dildio 9 gol, felly mae'n mynd I fod yn frwydr rhwng yr amddiffyn gora a'r tîm ymosodol gora.
Mae'n rhaid I fi ofyn I ti hefyd, ar ôl I ni edrych ar y tabl, Ceicona bellach ar yr un nifer o bwyntiau. Mi oedd ti yna neithiwr yn gwylio I gêm nhw yn erbyn Caernarfon. Sioe Harry Franklin oedd hi, a ddim?
Ia, mi oedd hi, so oedd gallu cael 5-6 yn y chwarter o'r cyntaf, dwi'n meddwl neithiwr, ond amddiffyn Caernarfon fel cwningod mewn goledau llachar gael ei dal, ond gaf nhw'n syni faint o sydyn a faint o siarp oedd Ceicona, dwi'n meddwl, yn chwarter awr ac yr adael yma, ac oedd yn y werth I arian neithiwr Ceicona, ac hyddiannol yn ennill y gêm, ond I feddwl, mae nhw rei pwysau rwan ar y Seintiau Newydd ydy, mae nhw'n gyfartal ar y brig, mae'r goliau am di chwarae rhan allweddol hefyd o safbwynt Ceicona, mae nhw wedi cau y gwaniaeth goliau yna, felly Ie, fy'n eich bach y bwysau ar y Seintiau pnawn 'ma.
Ie, dwi'n siŵr bydd Neil Gibson yn hapus beth bynnag, ond gan I gipolwg rwan ar weddill canlyniadau'r penwythnos. Mae rhaid I mi ofyn I ti hefyd am honna neithiwr. Pen y Bont yn colli o 2 gol I ddim yn erbyn Aberystwyth. Pen y Bont lawr I 10-1, ond am ganlyniad pwysig I Aber.
Ie, canlyniad pwysig iawn. Da'n gwybod yna'n anifiadau yng Ngharfan Pen y Bont ar hyn o bryd, nifer o chwaraewr ifanc ar y fainc a'r hys I hun, ond ti ddechrau Aberystwyth, maen nhw wedi i'r Bala a ennill, ddim lawr I Pen y Bont ac ennill, a to'n neb yn disgwyl ennill naill gêm na'r llall, felly to'n mynd eich bach o hwb gobeithio I tîm Anthony Williams, wedi symud ymlaen o'n I fis Tachwedd.
Yn ogystal â hynny wrth gwrs, canlyniad holl bwysig arall i'r Bari pnawn 'ma a'r daith I Fai Colwyn yn ennill o gol I ddim, diolch I gol Cain McLagan.
Ia, ni siarad efo Jenks neithiwr yn gêm Ceicona ac toedd o reit ffyddiog bod nhw'n gallu ar rhywbeth allan o'r daith I fyny Fai Colwyn, ond dwi wedi gweld nhw'n wrth ddwy tymor yma, a maen nhw ar y degau maen nhw'n chwarae pêl-droed deniadol ymosodol da, fel nifer o glybiau, methu gael rhywun I sgorio goliau ma nhw I droi y cyfleuon maen nhw'n gael I goliau ac dwi'n siŵr o falch bod Cain McLagan yn ei dîm, mae o'n un sy'n berig bwyd.
Wel, ti'n dyn yn amlwg sy'n gwybod dipyn am sgorio goliau. Dyn arall sy'n gwybod dipyn am hynny ydy Brad Young i'r Seintiau Newydd, ac yn gynharach, fe gafodd Mike Davies air efo fo.
Brad Young, you made the move from Aston Villa to the new Saints in the summer. How are you settling in? What do you make of the standard in the Cymru Prem?
Settling all good. The players and the staff, everyone's spot on. Everyone was very welcoming when I first come. So yeah, I've settled it all good, and I'm just ready to go, kick on for the season.
Now, teams have a tendency to drop off against the new Saints and to defend deep. What's the plan today to counteract that?
It's just moving the ball quick 1 and 2 touch, moving the back line, movement off the ball, and then eventually the gaps will open up if you move the ball quick enough.
And 7 goals in 7 appearances. You're doing really, really well at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I'm very proud to obviously get 7 in 7, but I obviously want more. There's a lot of chances where I should have finished when I've missed them, so I could be on a lot more goals. So I always set myself high standards and always never satisfied.
And Connah's Key Nomads drew level with the new Saints last night with the win against Caernarfon. It's important that you keep the momentum up.
Yeah, it's important to keep the momentum and obviously just win every game that I can, and we've got a chance to get even more points clear of the league.
Brad Young, diolch yn fawr iawn.
Thank you.
Thank you, mate.
Wel, Mark, mae'r Seintiau Newydd I weld yn siwtio Brad Young, a mae Brad Young I weld yn siwtio'r Seintiau Newydd, yn dydi?
Yndi, mae o. Oedd yn angen rwy'n lenwi ysgidiau Declan McManus allan nhw tan ar ôl Nadolig, felly Dwi'n fel llun o bachgen arall Gwion Dafydd, mae'n siŵr bod o'n meddwl, o, gan i gau cyfla wan, ond dwi'n rhywun fel Brad Young dod Aston Villa. A nes i weld o'n y gêm lawr y Met Caerdydd rhyw fus nôl, ac yn meddwl, o, mae hwn wedi creu'r garth fi syth bin. Oedd o'n gweud pethau efo ganol cae, oedd o'n cylluriad ag a Sianeli, oedd o'n glinigol o flaen gol, a mae o'n sydyn.
Hat-trick yr wythnos dwytha, cofiwch?
Ie, da ni'n gweld y golau yma rwan, mae yna gyflymder yn ei gwyso fo i redag 60 llath, ac efallai so wedi blino fan yna, mae'n pwyllo hun, a jyst yn pasio'r bel eibio i'r golwr. Mae yna goliau ym mhobman ganddo fo, mae'n cael un arall efo mae'n agos. Jyst yna yn y cwrt 6, disgwyl i bethau ddigwydd, efo hwnna. Braidd yn lwcus oedd o efo'r ail na, ond eto bel lawr y sianel, ochr chwith o tro yma, symud y bel yn sydyn y cwrt Cosby ac ergyd reit sydyn. A mae'n jyst yn pasio'r bel i gefn yr rwyd, jyst yn trio i chwalu hi mewn, so mae'n jyst yn gwybod iawn lle mae cefn yr rwyd a lle mae'r gol.
Gai ofyn i ti, sut ti'n gweld o'n cymharu hefo McManus?
Dwi'n meddwl bod o'n chwarae'r gwahanol, mae o'n chwarae fwy lawr y Sianeli, lle mae McManus yn fwy chwarae i gefn wrth gol, dod fwy chwarae, weithiau mae'n disgyn lawr i safle rhif 10 na. Mae'r ddau'n berig bwyd yn y cwrt Cosby, yndi, ond dwi'n meddwl geith nhw fwy allan o Brad Young yn mynd lawr y Sianeli, a felly mae McManus yn chwarae fwy yn ddyfnach, a diddorol gweld os ydy'r ddau chwarae fi gilydd.
Wel, un dyn sy'n gwybod digon am y Seintiau Newydd ydy Adrian Edwards, sydd bellach wrth gwrs yn chwarae hefo'r Bala. Yn gynharach Mike Davies, fi oedd yn siarad efo fo.
Adrian Edwards, ddim yn y garfan heddiw, problem gyda ganaf?
Yeah, slight, dwi efo dim bach o strain yn y hamstring, so dwi allai ti o 2 neu 3 diwrnod off bod yn barod, ond oedd dim pwynt risgio da ni efo tymor hir, a am un gêm, ond bod yn ôl yma, ti eisiau chwarae, ond ti'n edrych ar y picture mawr.
Fe golloch chi chwaraewyr allweddol dros yr haf. Bydde fe'n deg dweud bod y Bala mewn cyfnod o draws newid?
Ie, traws newydd fawr, lot o chwaraewyr newydd fewn, a just trio cael pobl i gwe efo'n gilydd, a mae George newydd sgorio 2 gol wythnos diwethaf, a mae pethau heb wedi bod yn landio fo, so ond rwan mae wedi cael 2 a gobeithio gallu cario ymlaen.
I chi'n dechrau'r prynhawn yn y 5 safle, ond i chi'n un o dim ond 2 dîm sydd wedi cymryd pwyntiau oddi wrth y Seintiau Newydd. Beth yw'r gyfrinach?
Os ydym gyfrinach, dim ond jyst yn mynd nhw efo lot o'r meddiant, dwi'n siŵr dyna beth maen nhw amdan, ond da ni'n aros yn stond a gobeithio da ni'n gallu catch nhw ar fel counter-attack.
Fe gwarias di sawl tymor fan hyn yn ennill 9 pencampwriaeth. Pa gyngor bydd di'n rhoi i'r chwaraewyr ifanc heddi?
Oedd o'n 10, ond jyst bifio yma, helpu'r hogiau ifanc, a rhoi lot o support dwi'n gallu, a gobeithio yn gallu cael 3 pwynt heddi.
Adrian Edwards, diolch o'r iawn ti.
Ia, diolch
Sorry.
Ie, chwarae teg i Adrian am fanteisio ar y cyfle i gywiro Mike Davies yn y fan yna, ond maen nhw'n mynd i golli brofiad o Bala pnawn ma'n dydyn?
Yndi ma nhw. Dwi'n chwarae'r llweddol yn gyngrair am flynyddoedd, ac bod y chwarae mam di gael dylanwad yn y stafell newid ar y maes ymarfer yn ystod yr wythnos, gwybod iawn sy'n mae'r Seintiau yn chwarae be di patryma nhw, ac mae'n siŵr Colin Kitson yn siomedig bod o ddim ar gael, oedd yn deud o fanna cyn y gêm sa fo Paulo Mendes wedi yn wych yn ganol cae na Prenoma efo'i profiadau nhw, ond mae rhaid i chwaraewyr eraill o Kieran Smith, Burke a Iwan Roberts gael mi mewn i'r sefleoedd yna.
Oedd o'n crybwyll y ffaith bod y Bala yn mynd drwy cyfnod o draws newid, yn amlwg colli rhywun fel Chris Venables yn ystod yr haf sy'n sgorio llwyth o goliau. George Newell i weld fel sef o'n camu i'r adwy, a'i fod i'r dyn i lenwi fewn yn y bwlch yna?
Efallai yn tymor hir. Dwi'n mynd gael o 9 neu 10 gol tymor dwytha. Dechrau setlo mewn i'r gyngrair rwan. Dwi'n mynd i gael 3 tymor yma yn y gyngrair, ac dwi'n mynd i amser i'r chwaraewyr sydd wedi mewn i'r clwb. Wel, gwybod sy'n mae o'n chwarae, lle mae o'n licio'r bel, crwysiadau, lawr y sianel. Ac dwi'n mynd i gymryd amser, yndi, mae rhaid i, pan mae cyfleon yn dod, mae rhaid i'w cymryd nhw. Does ti'n mynd i gael llawer yn ebyn tîm fel Seintiau Newydd, a does ti'n cael un pnawn mae rhaid o reiting gan yr wyd.
Ti'n gwybod beth dwi'n mynd i wneud rwan, yn dod, tafod ni ti roed y ben ar y bloc, pa ffordd mae'n mynd i fynd?
Wel, dwi'n gweld Seintiau Newydd eitha i pnawn yma, dwi'n meddwl. Fi ddim yn chwalfa, efallai rhyw gol yn ddwy'n ni.
Dwi'n mynd i ryddhau ti rwan I fynd I fyny i'r blwch sylwebu. Remember, English language commentary is available for you this afternoon, and our team, Mark Jones and Sean Meredith, are waiting for you over there. Ond ar gyfer y sylwebaeth yn y Gymraeg rwan, draw ni at Mark Lloyd-Williams a Mike Davis.
Good evening and welcome to Park Hall in Oswestry, where the current champions and league leaders TNS play Bala Town in the Cymru Premier League. Craig Harrison's TNS are currently on an unbeaten run of 18, and Bala, their visitors, have never won a league encounter at Park Hall. Colin Caton has steadily gone about his work again and has guided Bala to a top 6 spot, and will still have his eyes on another European adventure come the end of the season. Alongside me this afternoon, ex-Aberystwyth Town and Carmarthen Town flyer, Sean Meredith. How about that, Sean?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a flyer anymore, Mike, but Mark, but thanks for the introduction.
The lineups, TNS and Bala.
Yeah, 2 changes for TNS, a team that can score goals from all over the park. 15 different goal scorers so far this season, 43 goals in total thus far. A real team that can destroy other opponents on their day.
Yes, we've all been here and suffered that a couple of times, by the way, Sean.
Yeah, here's the formation. That trusted diamond in the middle of the park, Smith, Redmond and Clark. They'll interchange during the course of the 90, but they are absolutely key for the dominance of TNS.
Yeah, I've seen Cieslewicz come on at Barry last week, and for the last 20 minutes, he was unplayable, and that's why I think he's taken Jordan Williams' place this afternoon. Brad Young as well, with a hat-trick last week. Looks pretty special.
Absolutely. And Bala, most notably, as we saw at the start of the programme, 4 changes enforced to Bala this afternoon. The most notable, Aaron Edwards, who's had an outstanding career here at Park Hall, a club legend, of course. But the team shape is pretty similar. Burke and Smith, they'll probably have another layer of defensive duties to give the back four some protection.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable run, really, with Bala. They've had great days and great history, but they just can't seem to crack Park Hall. And it'll be a massive... I mean, we've got some surprise results this afternoon, Sean. This would be the biggest surprise of the season so far, were they to get a win this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've already heard from the youngster, one to watch today. He's had an excellent start to his career here since moving from Ayr United. 9 goals in total this season, 7 in the league and 2 in the Challenge Cup. He's been a decent replacement to the injured McManus, and I'm sure we'll see goals from him this afternoon.
Yeah, he scored 1 last week. Like I said, I was looking at the beer pal. There's Kelland Absalom, by the way. He's had a good move. He's had a good move, and he's doing really well. Absolutely.
As he said, moved from Bridgend this year. Still only 25. Had a good start to his career at Bala. 6 clean sheets from 13 games. I'm sure he'll be hoping for another one this afternoon, but a tough test for him this evening. You know, we've seen this in the Premier League, Sean, this year. How important is it? There's Nick Pratt, the governor. How important is it for a goalkeeper to settle in and, you know, make that number 1 spot himself, to give the players confidence? Yeah, well, as you say, it gives the whole team a confidence. You play with a good keeper, it just flows confidence for the team. You know he's going to come for things in the box. He knows he's going to be dominant, and he's going to make the saves, which is an equal to a goal at occasions. Two of the most experienced managers in the league, Colin Caton and Craig Harrison, both with trophies to look back on. Kieran Smith, he's been a stalwart of this Bala midfield, and he's still a good player, as is the captain of the afternoon, Adrian Cieslewicz. About to get off, we'll obviously go through the rest of the results from today's games, and a couple of big results last night, most probably especially the joint leaders at present, Connors Quay, a 6-1 hammering of Carmarthen Town, who've been playing so well of late. Ben Clark on the ball. Daniels. As per usual, you would expect TNS in their green and white hoops to get on the ball, pass it around. Pask likes to pass it around. Connor Roberts. Looks like Newell will just push up by himself
almost like 4-4-1-1 in front of us, Bala set up at the moment, Sean.
Yeah, well, it's almost a 5 across or even a 6 across with Kieran Smith. As I said at the start, he'll provide that added line of defence for the back four, and you'll probably see, especially for the first quarter of an hour, I think, you know, if any team that play TNS, you're looking to go through 15 minutes, another 15 minutes, and just chunk up the game that way.
Two serial title winners there, Aaron Edwards and Chris Marriott, two of the most decorated footballers in this league.
Wonder what secrets they're providing one another there.
I don't think Aaron will take the bet that Mazza has just offered him. Yeah, I think he's offered him the draw and he's turned him down, by the way. Daniels. Clark. Great dummy from Clark. It goes through to Absalom in the end. Absalom will take his time. There'll be no rush from the Bala #1 this afternoon. That'll be a good battle. Luke Wall and Danny Davis. Two pacey players. I should imagine there'll be a few Connah's Quay Nomad supporters with their Bala Town shirts on this afternoon, hoping to see their team stay joint top of the league.
Yeah, some performance last night. As you say, Carnarvon on a good run of form. To score 6 against them really puts a statement down.
Yeah, we've been watching this league for so long, Sean, the likes of you and myself. There's some strange results in it at the moment. It's such an up and down. The only team with two teams with real consistency at the moment are TNS and Connah's Quay Nomads. Astles. Cieslewicz fires it across. It's headed back out by Naeem Arson, who's having an excellent season. Hoofed clear. Newell make the challenge. Pask with the header. Clark. Smith. I think they're just they're swapping whoever is the anchor, Sean. The 3 in it. Clark's through. He has a chance. He's in front of goals. That's a rash shot from Clark. I mean, when we see the replay of this, that sat up perfectly for him. And he's not a bad finisher at most times. Yeah,
that's the diamond we're talking about. The interchanging, as you say, Mark, in the midfield. Clark makes the moves, sees the space. It's an excellent ball behind the defender. And as you say, Mark, he should have just kept his head, looked for the bottom corner, far left. Much better option, and he'll be disappointed because, as you say, he's one of these who can finish. He's a clinical scorer in front of goal.
Wall. Abadaki throws the dummy to himself and it goes out of play there. Daniels. Pask will get it back to Connor Roberts. Connor Roberts now firmly established the last couple of seasons as a superb #1. Astles has travelled 40 or 50 yards then. Redmond. Caton has obviously decided just to lock on, as they say, drop deep and hold out for as long as they can, Sean.
He looks that way at the moment, but they're starting to pick pockets in between the defence of Bala.
Great cross in from Davis, headed away by Arson. They're very nice and tight in there. Most probably still a memory or two of last season. They played them already this season in a 0-0 encounter, and Bala did tremendous in a fiery encounter, by the way, with 4 red cards. Could be a free kick given.
Bit of a cynical one there. Now an opportunity to get some quality on the cross, get the big men on the ball.
Yeah, Astles will be the target. Yeah. Pask will be up there as well. Whips it across the front. Brobble. Good headed away. Chance. Redmond arrives and lashes the volley into the car park.
Yeah, it's one of those that either settles in the top corner or in the far left part of the car park. Didn't quite get his head over. His technique, as he usually is, superb.
Yeah, a pivotal player to TNS over the last few seasons. And autumn's definitely arrived, tea time. Sean, I think it's the first time this season. This is the old hat and scarf gear.
Yeah, and don't forget, clocks go back as well, Mark, so an extra hour in bed for you tomorrow.
Marvellous, marvellous. Nathan Peat fires it wide. It's a decent ball from Pete. Danny Davis will just try and shepherd it out. He has to take a touch in the end.
He's done well.
As per usual, Nathan Peat says to Brad Young, welcome to the game, as he flattens him.
Yeah. Did well to release that, and he just, well, I'm not going to say bought the fall because he's absolutely nailed him there.
Fair dues to Young, by the way, getting up from that. You've seen the more modern player would stay down for about 5 minutes after a hammering like that. Pask. Pass to Daniels. Daniels seen a lot of the ball on the right-hand side. Brobble cuts it back inside. Clark. Wall.
Not much option, is there? Having to go back to his keeper. They're doing everything they can to keep TNS out of the game at the moment.
It's a great header. I tell you what, that flag's just gone up. I was right in line with that. And that is tight. Definitely tight. I hope we do maybe get a replay of that. Yeah, when you do drop deep, Sean, against a team like TNS, George Newell is up top. He's not, he's not a lightning quick sprinter. He's a great finisher and he's a great number 9, but when you're packed behind the ball, it's great to have somebody up top who you can just put in over the top. It's easier to get out, like for that type of ball there.
For that type of ball where nobody's there, unfortunately for Bala, of course. Yeah. It's sapping as well when you're out of possession for so long. Once you do get the ball, there's little options other than to go back. And a team like the New Saints will just keep on top of you and the pressure will just keep on piling. And as you say, sometimes you just need that release ball to a big man up top to keep it, a John Hartson type player.
Definitely. The changing of shape here, TNS is incredible already. The both wingers have swapped either wing so far. Cieslewicz, as you see now, is in the centre of midfield. So they're working their hardest to upset the Bala formation, which is set in there in the last third. Grovel. Leo Smith try and get a shot off. Smith, he does get the shot off. Chance here for Young. Keeps it in play. Oh, if he stayed on side there, and I don't think a flag's gone up, he might be disappointed that he hasn't asked a question of the goalkeeper there. He did well enough to keep it in, you know.
He's done really well there. He's quicker than what I thought. Very sharp to read the deflection. Takes a great touch there. And, if that's just sneaking between the legs of the keeper, that's in.
He was live wire last week.
I think that's Ian Dowie. Maybe they're taking a look at the young Brad Young. He's got a big hefty notebook anyway.
Tell you what, wasn't a bad striker, Dowie, was he? He played in the Premier League most of his life. Was it?
Bit of get your needle out, Mark.
Yeah, I think
there's some problems in the goals.
Going back to the park days there, where you'd be calling the trainer on now with the referees taking care of it. There he is, Brad Young. A hat-trick last week at Barry. His first goal was a wonderful goal. He picked it up about 70 yards out and put it in the back of the net after a mazy run. So he's on form, and at present he's deputising for Declan McManus in a good manner.
Yeah, this is the option. This is the strike that causes the damage to the goal. But he was so aware of the deflection, so quick of thought to make the run, and plenty of pace with the youngster to make it to the ball. Just quite didn't get his shot on target. But certainly Dowie will be taking notes of the youngster. And that's the great thing about this league. Obviously, it's a good shop window for any young would-be professional.
Oh, absolutely.
And I mean at a higher level professional player.
Absalom. Tremendous kick looks for Newell. Newell does well in battling. Redmond. Young. Pask. Redmond trying to put one in behind. Nathan Peat heads it away. Ben Clark. Redmond is still playing with plenty of width. Davis loves to come in and get involved. Leo Smith, if anything, is playing the deeper of the midfield three. Cieslewicz drives through. He'll love to get the shot off. Cieslewicz gets a shot off. Wide of the mark. Said he was sharp when he came on at Jenner Park last week, and he looks sharp this afternoon already.
Yeah, it's a great run. Great run. Gets himself into position to get his shot away. Not quite sure what he was deciding to do. There was no curl on it. He wasn't looking to bend it into the bottom corner. It looks as if he's going for power. Maybe a bit of swerve and dip. Doesn't quite get his technique correctly, but an excellent run.
Actually, he's hit the post.
I could see that from the angle we were watching there.
I tell you what, Absalom,
he didn't move.
That's hit the post and he's walked away. I would like to play Absalom cards if he's that cool.
My God.
Wow. Smith goes back. I think the one man who had a great view of that was Cieslewicz, and that's why he was most probably disappointed it never went in. He most probably thought it was going in, you know.
Well, I was looking at the reaction. Absalom, he just didn't move. It was as if, yeah, this is going wide by maybe 2 or 3 yards.
I think we'll have to start calling him Cooland Kelland. Daniels, you were talking about the wingers, Sean, you know, and it's a loose ball there, Redmond. Redmond might take the shot, no one's breaking him down. Absalom collects. Talking about the wingers for TNS. Talking about Brobble and Cieslewicz play, and we're looking at the bench. Then you've got Jordan Williams, Rory Holden, Gwion David, Danny Williams. Their bench looks strong as well now, Sean.
Yeah, that and obviously them being professional, so they're able to train most days together, makes a heck of a difference. You know, the strength and depth within the squad, the fact that you can change shape, formation and players is huge.
And even if you win in the league, well, you know, the numerous times they have won it, you want to play. You want to play, so the squad quality creates its own competition.
Of course, it's success breeds success, isn't it, Mark? And for every player that maybe comes in the summer, it goes up another level every year. So it's very difficult on the other teams in the league to even compete at this standard.
Absalom's kick is headed into touch. They did win 9-0 in midweek, by the way, against Gresford in the Nathaniel MG Cup. Gwion David with another hat-trick. And the record between the two teams is played 56 times. TNS 38 wins, Bala 2 wins and 16 draws. So we will say that they are heavy favourites for this afternoon's encounter.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's always a chance, Sean. There's always a chance. And that's what Colin Caton and company will believe. I can remember the wonderful Welsh Cup final in which they defeated TNS. Kieran Smith's famous header.
Probably forget the last one.
Yeah, last season was one of the biggest cup final defeats. I'm sure Caton and company will want to forget that. Pask. Smith. Yeah, so that may be a new role, you know, the Leo Smith's been given, Sean, as well. You know, as he's progressing in years, 25 now, he looks to be playing maybe the anchor role like a John Routledge. Oh, chance, big chance. Oh, it goes across the front of Clark. They're looking to prize openings and starting to look a tiny bit leaky.
Yeah, that's not the first time Astles has just driven into the space.
Yeah, you could say you can set your game plan out and say less so-and-so have the ball or less so-and-so have the ball, but you can't let anybody run 70 yards with it and not oppose him.
Oh.
Again, foiling the ball around. Smith, Absalom. Sure, he will have to play that ball many times away. Wasn't a great header from Kieran Smith, by the way. They're just pressing forward from the first minute. Young. It's a good tackle in the end. It's a decent tackle.
Did his best to just create that space, or try and create that space to get his shot away. Didn't quite catch it. I think we've got a couple of injuries at the moment. Cieslewicz looks as if he's struggling with an ankle. Maybe some ligament damage there. But he's one that started the game very sharp.
Very sharp. He has as the big man at the back. Ryan Astles. Harrison looking on. You'll know he has a capable bench, like we said.
Yeah, and it's just a chance now for him, Colin, now just to take a breath, maybe assess just over the 15-minute mark. He'd be quite happy that it's 0-0. Here's the injury to Cieslewicz, just a nonchalant kind of bring down, and he's...
Yeah, he is hurt. Definitely.
Just on his ankles, on his ligament ankles.
Yeah, when you're managing, obviously when you're playing against a team of equality, let's make no bones about it, TNS Cymru Premiers, Manchester City, shall we say, just for the viewers. But when you travel to a team like that, exactly the same. Bala come away. Caton will be watching the clock. All that will be a success. And at present, yeah, they've hit the post once, but no miraculous saves or kicks off the line as yet.
Yeah, Clark's is probably the best of chances, which he didn't get on target. But as you say, Colin will be happy. You know, 15 minutes gone, just over 15 minutes, they're still in the game. It just eats away at the game. Here comes Astles again.
Yeah, Astles is bombing down the pitch. Astles fancying himself as a bit of a John Stone there. Sean, we did mention Man City. I'm sure he'd be happy with that, Astles, won't he?
Yeah, I think anybody would be.
Smith, Clark. Great run from Redmond, plenty of running off the ball. Daniels, Bala, to be fair to him, are staying in their shape. Pask.
His turn now.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that they're both going to join up. Arson. Again, you've got to have patience when you're breaking like that. Roberts gets it wide. First time this afternoon to White. Wall. Abadaki trying to run his man. Gets the team a corner. First corner of the afternoon after all the pressure we've had. Goes to the visitors, Bala.
He's done well there. It's a good turn on Leo Smith and wins his team a corner. Just a bit of time now and an opportunity to threaten the New Saints' goal.
Yeah, the big men will go up. Harrison will go up. Nathan Peat will go up. Nathan Peat, good stats for the centre-half. 189 games, 27 goals. So he's the danger man in the air for Bala. Peat. Wall, I'm sure, will be looking for him. In he comes. Headed away, it's a great headed away. Roberts. Punches clear. It wasn't a bad effort there by Abadaki, by the way. He took it first time, and you often see them go straight in, you know.
Yeah, Roberts with the punch. Could have made he kept or caught it, but it's a side volley, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah.
So he keeps his technique excellent, and as you say, if he misses the players that's in front of him, he could have caused some problems for Roberts with him being out of position, having punched the ball.
They've dropped in really quickly there, Bala. Obviously, that is the warning shot when they do get forward against TNS. You've got to really get in early. Daniels with the back heel keeps it in. Abadaki's tracked him.
He's everywhere at the moment.
Oh, that's superb play there by Ewan Roberts. And there's a free kick will be given there against Pask. Newell did well He's almost tried, instead of flicking it on, he's tried to bring it down, and he's got clattered from behind again by Pask. Smart play by the centre forward, brave play. There you are, choice to bring it down.
Yeah, gets up early as well. That's the secret there. Gets his positioning correct.
Yeah,
early jump, and then the defender possibly could have just stood his ground, but decides to try and win it.
And just 4 or 5 minutes, by the way. Bala started to settle a bit in the game. Waste of a free kick, by the way. You've got to take your chances against TNS. Nathan Pete just signalling there to Naeem Arson. It was a bit too straight towards the goalkeeper. Leo Smith. Clark. Daniels, Pask. It looks like they've cut off the runs now, unless it starts again. He's Astel's his chance to win and go, and in he goes again. Cieslewicz is almost telling him to go forward. He's been forward about 3 or 4 times. Surely not. Chance! Oh! Would have been one of the goals of the seasons and one of the surprise goals of the seasons. It was a decent effort from the big man Astles.
Well, he's strong, isn't he? He's strong, he's direct. When he gets to this position, what are you thinking? He keeps his technique. He looks to bend it in the top corner. Excellent.
He's not far away
play.
as well.
And the thing is, it's not the first time he's done it. So, Bala really need to address that. Somebody has to come in and engage with him, because at the moment, Cieslewicz is saying, I'll stay out wide, you go into that channel.
And I'm sure, well, 99.9% sure that the centre-back would have never travelled and had a chance to finish a goal like that in his career.
Yeah, again,
wow.
But that's something they must be working on during the week.
Yeah.
Working out during the week. Here we go.
Young gets it through. Almost played the 1-2 back in by Redmond.
Oof.
And Absalom. Newell. It's a good foil, Newell. Ewan Roberts gets it away. White goes back to Absalom, and time clicks on. Great header. He's most probably been the busiest player on the park, by the way, the big centre-back, Ryan Astles. And one of the better footballing performances so far.
Yeah, what I liked about his shot is that he was looking for that top corner. It wasn't a slash at it that you could, maybe forgive a centre-half for just putting his foot through it. But, his technique was good. He was looking for that top corner.
They obviously had some good, great centre-backs in their past. Welsh internationals, in fact, like Stephen Evans, a Colwyn Bay manager, whose team unfortunately went down to Bala Town winner this afternoon by Kane McLagan again. Good win for Bala Town up in Colwyn Bay. That's one of the big results of the afternoon. Cardiff Met winning 3-1 at Pontypridd United. Absalom. Daniels, first contact. The foul by Smith. They've just settled into this for me, Bala. The first 5 to 10 minutes was keen not to give nothing away, and they're competing well now. The young lad Roberts in midfield's doing well. Every time he's got the ball. Liverpool trainee. Pask. Arson. Brobble just skipped round Naeem Arson there like he wasn't there. That's brilliant from Brobble. As he gives the ball away, though, Roberts. Newell plays a 1-2. Arson. Great ball from Arson. Abadaki against Daniels. It's a smart ball from Arson. Chance to get it back. Whips it back to the back post. Wall gets above Danny Davis. It's a great touch from Young. Peels off. Gives it to Brobble. Young. That's a good tackle. Great tackle from Harrison. But it's just livening up this game a little bit, Sean.
Yeah, the only thing I'd say with Bala is the quality of the crosses that have gone in. The corner was just floated in there, and then again we saw as we broke down the left-hand side here, it was just a looping cross to the far post where you need pace, you need some purpose to the cross, and maybe that's the difference between the two sides, is the final ball.
Young referee right in the middle of play says play on. Nathan Burke gets it wide to Wall back to White. In Absalom, even if you are playing the TNS, when you're in goals between the sticks and you're top of the league, 6 games with clean sheets, you're feeling confident. White. It's a good touch, Wall. Adds good balance to the team as well, Sean. Left side with Abadaki on the other side. They got good width. Yeah, it's just a missed touch here. Arsenal trying to get past Abadaki. Surprise result of the weekend, Sean, for you. Penabont 0, Aberystwyth Town 2.
Well, Penabont are struggling with a number of injuries, and Rhys Griffiths in his interview after the game was obviously wanting his team to stick together. But yeah, it was one of those you're thinking, well, 2-0.
Got it in there, Brobble. Yeah, carry on,
I was
Sean.
just going to say, you're just looking, 2-0 came up and I thought, whoa, that's an excellent 3 points for Aberystwyth.
Aber will just refusing to ever go to this league at the moment, and that sort of result again last night could once again.
Well, they've also beaten Bala, who are here tonight. They've, nobody expected them to go up there and get a result, so it's in them. It's that consistency, I guess, from Aberystwyth is lacking.
Ben Clark. Most probably he's had the best chance of the game so far in the first couple of minutes. Absolutely. Ben Clark bounced up well, the height was good, and he just lashed it over the bar.
And if that goes in, it's kind of a different game.
Incredible.
Bala have got to change the tactics, even though it's early. But
Scorio on Monday evening, the highlights at 10:05. Plenty of goals from the weekend, especially the 6 Connors Key scored last night. Harry Franklin getting a hat-trick in 10 minutes. That's some special performance from Franklin, by the way. Pask hasn't got as far forward.
He's in 2 minds.
Yeah, whereas the Astles was just bombing forward anyway. Corner given.
Yeah, you're right. He just checked, didn't he? Should I? Yeah, I don't know.
Should I be doing this? Should I be doing this?
He's done well here to win a corner for his team.
Because
he's 2 of them.
Yeah, because he's tugged. Kyle Harrison across. Now, they've defended well. Almost 30 minutes on the clock. Set plays, vital now. Nathan Pete, by the way, is marking the big man Astles, and that'll be a good battle. Good battle of strength in there. Go short, edge of the box. Half right. It was a good delivery. Brobble just didn't connect well.
Yeah, it's a difficult one there because the ball is almost behind him. He's trying to dig it out, and to generate any power with the ball is behind it was very, very difficult. You almost want to be running onto it, you know what I mean, Mark?
And that we're looking at there, most probably the most technically gifted player in this league over the last 10 seasons. Yeah. So if he couldn't get it right from there. Smith. Great ball from Smith. It gets him behind Davis. Davis playing in the left back slot this afternoon instead of Chris Marriott. Wall. There's definitely, if the half-time whistle came and Bala were to go in at 0-0, for Colin Caton's team to have played 3 halves this season in league football against TNS and not given a goal away, that's a good effort. Don't forget the first game was a 0-0 encounter. Pask. Astles. Nathan Peake gets the header, but heads it straight to Brobble, who again has appeared all over the park so far this afternoon. Pask. Daniels. Two wide men have done well for Bala in defence in Aberdaki and Luke Wall. They've stopped Danny Davis and Josh Daniels setting up any good chances. Modern day job of a winger, Sean, tracking your fullback.
Certainly against a team of the quality of the New Saints, then yes. Your wingers have got to adapt as a defensive unit and provide that protection.
If you were on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Sean, and you didn't know the question before I was about to ask you, would you believe that Bala have conceded less goals than TNS this season?
I probably got that wrong. Yeah.
I think you would have got it wrong.
Lost my £1 million. My wife wouldn't have spoken to me.
Never again. She would have told you should have known that. Bala conceded 9, TNS conceded 10. That's an incredible stat at this stage of the season. And there's the main man getting forward again, Astles. Strong tackle. Astles.
He's playing 1-2s now.
Leo Smith. They're just giving Bala enough time to form their walls of defence well. Chance this time though, and that's good defending again. Ross White did well. Caton wanted a free kick from behind. Newell.
I think he's got a case for a free kick there with his hands on his back. And he's sandwiched between both of them, but you can't put your hands on his back. And Caton knows how important that is. A free kick there just relieves all the pressure on Bala and his team. So that's why he's so animated.
So this, obviously, there's players given jobs out there to look after certain individuals, and that's the reason why the two centre-backs, obviously, are able to run 60 or 70 yards with the ball into Bala's half, because every other midfielder has been designated a job which they have to carry out.
Absolutely, Mark. That's the only option available in some especially when Bala are set up so strongly.
Cieslewicz. Said we time a game against very good teams. The 20 minutes is now turned into 33 minutes, and it's still 0-0 at Park Hall. Redmond could be a yellow, has to be a yellow, and it's on the edge of the box, and I'm certain that Ryan Brobble will be very interested in this.
Oh no, it's the other way around, Mark. I can't believe that.
Neither can I. This is interesting. That surely was not a dive. Well, I think he's just told him he has to be careful what he says to him.
Well, I want to see this one again, because
I think everybody does.
He looks as if he's going to... He does, Kieran Smith, in my opinion. He looks as if he's going to go on his left.
He's tugged him. He's caught his arm. Nick Pratt, unfortunately, I think you've got that one wrong.
He doesn't maybe make contact here, trips him, but doesn't trip him, but pulls him back.
Pulls him back. Pulls him back.
And
it's an interesting one. Redmond, to be fair to him, has taken it quite well.
You can only think the ref hasn't seen that. They'll pull behind him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's blind to it.
And very quietly, Harrison just getting on with the game. I think he'll know that. Interesting one, had that been in the area, by the way, Sean.
Well, the other thing is that Redmond's in there. He's made the space for him to take the shot on the right foot. So yeah. I don't know why you need to buy the free kick, if you know what I mean, Mark.
Pete goes to ground. He plays it to Wall. You have to excuse any language which is coming across us. It's just starting to heat up a bit, this game. Bala caught with numbers forward this time. Can TNS open them up now? Clark. Young won an early delivery. Clark, too many touches. Daniel stands it up to the back post. Chance! Just comes off the defender for a corner. It was Redmond who got the shot off.
Yeah, I think Cieslewicz was the one running down the right. They swapped again. Mark pulls a great cross back, and it's a difficult skill, but if anybody can do it, it's definitely Redmond. It's a great cross in. Finds him perfectly. Great left peg.
Yeah, Cieslewicz again playing with quality out there this afternoon. Important corner this time. Chance, headed down. I think it's just strolled out the play. No, it's still in play. Headed back inside, goalkeeper collects. This game definitely just heating up, as you can most probably hear from the effects from the touchline. Absalom again, taking his time.
Yeah, the keeper doesn't get a good hand to it. There's a lot of bodies in there. Could have bounced anywhere, that one. Could have gone anywhere.
Arson guides the header back to Kelland Absalom. Astles.
He's been an eventful 36 minutes, hasn't he?
The rain has arrived. Good battle there against Pascal Newell. Tactically, I'd like to see Leo Smith just be released a little bit more. He's a better player when he's going forward, Leo. He's more than just a holder. Would you agree with that, Sean?
Yes, certainly he's been asked to go into that Redmond role, which he usually just in front of the back four. And as you say, he's a dangerous player going forward. He's so quick. He can join in.
As he gets tackled. But this could make for an interesting encounter with this to go to half-time at 0-0. Astles again fires the ball through. It's flicked wide by Brobble. Back inside for Brobble. Good cover tackle, Kieran Smith. Daniels. The ball's not going in quick enough, Sean. Just giving Bala time to set up their rear guard again. Good block tackle again by Kieran Smith.
It was a great touch by Brobble, that flick outside the boot, but yeah, you're probably right, Mark. It just needs that fraction of a quicker ball into the box.
Got to go in earlier, definitely. I'm sure that's what Craig Harrison will be telling him. Redmond, big, massive 7 minutes in this game now. Good touch from Brobble. Chance. Oh, it's the wrong side of Young. Clark with his left foot. Oh, what a strike, Ben Clark. Waited and waited for a piece of quality, and that is a massive piece of quality from Clark. First touch with his right, sets it up under his left foot, and gives the goalkeeper Absalom no chance at all. TNS 1, Bala 0. What a goal from Ben Clark, Sean.
Well, they've been knocking, haven't they? You can't say it's not been coming. You think maybe the chance has gone here with Brobble, and a bit of mistake there with Young. Falls to Ben Clark, and he just absolute screamer into the left corner. Doesn't try to hammer it, just guides it into the left corner. Brilliant, because he uses the defenders as a shield, so the keeper can't see exactly where it's going. As you say, the touch onto his left, and it's a lovely curled finish by Ben Clark.
Yeah, and you know, Sean, football-wise, you're looking at talent of a player. To be able to, his first touch with his right foot was wonderful. The power and the bend he created with his left foot was magical.
Every player should be able to do it, left and right. If you're playing a professional game, which this team is, you know, they're fully professional, every player should be able to hit on the left and right, in my opinion.
Well, he did it well. A fine example of how to do it. Ben Clark, 1-0, 5 minutes before half-time. Young. Big 5 minutes now before half-time. Only 2 minutes ago we were saying it's a big 7 minutes. Wall. But it's got to be fair, Sean. It's an entertaining encounter. 20 minutes. They started off Bala and sat in, and the rain has really arrived now, and this is forecast heavily. I think I told you before the start, Sean. It's definitely forecast.
Bad weather on the way, does it, Mark?
Here it is, mate.
Where are you off to tomorrow?
I'll hopefully be in better weather than this. Yeah, we talked about talented players, and Clark has that in his locker big time.
It's an excellent finish. It is an excellent finish. Because he's clever as well. He uses the two defenders that are in front of him just to shield. Yeah. So Absalom can't quite see initially where the ball is heading.
No chance of taking that. Pask drives forward. Young flicks it on the corner. Clark may want more of that now. Redmond. Cieslewicz gets it back across. Leo Smith, the anchor in the first 45 minutes. Cieslewicz. I think Cieslewicz is enjoying his game. Great ball in, chances back across. Oh, Daniels. Does he get into a situation there, Sean, if you're driving forward, and that's why he's put his head up, that he hasn't had a go himself? I think the angle's there, you know, to have a go there.
Well, Young has checked. You'll see from here now. It's a great run in. Ben Young has checked it. He's gone. You can see by his expression. Why have you pulled that back to me? It's a cross come shot, hoping that there's somebody on the back post. But Ben Young had made that.
Chance edge of the box. Great block from Newell. Blocks the short corner again. Wall. Chance if he could have gone over. Hooked forward. Daniels coming from the right back spot. And they really are changing their formation so many times now. Smith in different areas now. Clark in the right back spot now. That's when they become difficult to play against, when they can rotate their system with any player going into any spot.
Yeah, they seem to have a license to do anything they want, don't they?
It shows their quality then. And it causes so many problems for the team set up to mark them. Oh, maybe a penalty. Could be a penalty here. I don't think there's any doubt. He's clipped him as he's gone through. He may not have got the one outside the box a few minutes ago, but this time he goes in, Redmond, and gets his team a penalty. No doubt, no arguments.
Well, if he didn't give the kick from the spot there, then Redmond could have been in trouble.
Yeah.
But it certainly was taken out there, Redmond. It's a great ball in, a great run. The flick there is of the highest quality, and he's just caught him on his thigh.
Yeah, a little bit untidy from the defender, unlucky. Hasn't really meant it, but he's definitely caught him. Harrison catches in there, 2 yards inside the box, and Ryan Brobble gets the chance to put the league leaders 2-0 ahead a minute or two before half-time. It's Brobble against Absalom. It's 2-0 right in the corner from one of the coolest players on the pitch. TNS 2, Bala Town 0.
Yeah, there was never any doubt Brobble scoring there. Just gives the keeper the eye, opens up his body as if he's going to the right-hand side. Checks. It's a brilliant finish by Brobble. It was never in doubt. You see some players go up and take a spot kick, you think, oh, I'm not sure here, but with somebody of his quality, you just know the outcome.
Yeah, and the heavens opened 10 minutes ago. Have the floodgates open now for Bala. It's 2-0, and there's a long 45 minutes to go yet, Sean. And I will say, Sean, it may be predictable, but it's been a good watch. It's been a great watch the last, especially after the first 15 to 20 minutes, what might have been predictable. Since then, you know, they're all having a go. Cieslewicz, will he take the shot on? Clips it in, gets it wrong. It's about the first thing he's done wrong all afternoon. He's been the best player in the first half for me. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's a great turn that sets up the run for him. Here's the turn. Just goes round the defender, knows that there's space to play that flick in. Enough pace, still enough place in the legs to get through. And as you say, yeah, the wrong option in the end, but he's been He's been one to watch, certainly, for the new Saints.
Harrison. 3 added minutes. Seen Craig Harrison last week leave the field after they defeated Barry by 6-2. I said, well played, Craig, and he was absolutely fuming. He said we were terrible. He's a tough man, hard man to please at the moment, Craig, I think.
Those are the standards, yeah?
They are the standards. That's one high line there. Player with the ability of Roberts can just drop that in. Looks for Nathan Pete. Pete gets the first header. Be a massive fillip for him if they were to get a goal before half-time now. Roberts. Abadaki has got to go in early. Under hits the cross. Arson. Quality back pass by Arson, by the way. 3 added minutes, 2 to go. Absalom. Daniels. Seen this so many times before at Park Hall when teams come and have a real go or try to have a go. Eventually opened up by TNS. And it's taken a wonder goal from Ben Clark and a penalty from Ryan Brobble to give the league leaders a 2-0 advantage on the half-time. Davis. Still involved in every competition they've entered so this season, by the way, apart from the Champions League in Europe. Still in the League Cup, Welsh Cup, Scottish Challenge Cup, where they'll play Arbroath at home November the 17th or 18th, and that's in the quarter-final, so they're having a great season.
I think they'd love a good run in that cup.
I'd love to see him go all the way. I'd love to see him go all the way.
Well, especially after we saw Connors Key and how well they did, and you know, he went 1-0 up in that final. Could have been 2 or 3-0 up in fairness against Ross County, but
that was definitely the one that got away.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd like to emulate and go one better than Connors Key and hopefully win it.
One question, Sean, with 30 seconds to go before half-time as the ball threaded through. Obviously, you're the younger by about 10 to 15 years older commentators. The heavens have opened up. Who's getting the tease at half-time? It's still a no, is it?
Have you heard of paper, scissors, rock? Have you ever played that, man?
It's still a no. Terrible stuff, terrible stuff.
Sure, we could get a Deliveroo here, can we?
Treat your elders with a bit of respect, Sean. Anyway, that is the half-time whistle at Park Hall. It's TNS 2, Bala 0, an entertaining first 45 minutes with goals from Ben Clark and a penalty from Ryan Brobble. Don't go away. We look forward to seeing you in the second half.
Dyma chi gadarnhad felly o ganlyniadau'r penwythnos, y Saints newydd ar y blaen o 2-0 ar yr egwyl ar hyn o bryd. Neithiwr, Ceicona yn taro 6 heibio Gaernarfon. Bydd y goliad holl bwysig hefyd i Aberystwyth yn erbyn 10 Pen y Bont. Yna, y pnawn bydd y goliad fawr i'r Bari ar daith i Bai Colwyn. Diolch i gol Cain McLagan. Rhannu'r pwyntiau oedd yr hanes rhwng y Drenewydd a Hwlffordd, golia i Aaron Williams, pwy arall i'r Drenewydd a Rhys Abruzese, ac yna buddigoliaeth i Met Caerdydd. Fydden nhw'n diolch am honna ar ôl crasfa wythnos yn ôl yn erbyn y Cofis ar draul Pont y Pryd. Felly dyna ni'r canlyniadau. Beth am i ni rwan gael cyfle i weld uchafbwyntiau'r gema neithiwr gan gychwyn efo Ceicona yn erbyn Caernarfon.
Jordan Davies tu mewn i Kai Griffith, cyfle cynnar i Ceicona, Franklin, braidd yn lwcus, oedd o yna fan yna, 20 eiliad ar y cloc, na Phil Mooney i ora, ond yn anffodus iddo fo, mi ddisgynnodd i yn garedig i Harry Franklin i rwyddo i drydedd gol o'r tymor. Griffith ymlaen i Bradley. Davies. Nash yn gry ac efo Jordan Davies. Fforwch ymlaen, mynd ar dyfarnwr Mark Petch. No Edwards, cyfla i Franklin rwan. Ar ei droed chwith, Franklin am Iael! Mae'n dod rwg i waith i'r cofis. Harry Franklin, a gael fewn 5 munud, a Cei Conad i dyblu mantais. Edwards i Franklin, a'i droed chwith yn plannu'r bel, heibio i Lewis Webb. Yma'n gyflo, yma eto, y tro mae Jack Kenny, Lewis Webb yn gwneud y dda, chwarae am hat-trick, oedd Harry Franklin. Cynarfon ar chwael ar hyn o bryd, Lewis Webb, y tro na'n gwneud gwaith da i nadu Kenny, a Franklin. Ar ôl 2 mewn 5 munud, ddech chi'n fawr sydd i'r rhwydo, neu Lia taro targed o fyna. Harrington, rhyddhau, Franklin i'r cwrt Cosby, mae te cefni mewn i Franklin, mae hon yn matig a Lewis Webb unwaith eto i'r adwy. Davies dros i ben. Os Harry Franklin, di gallu cael 4 gol yn y 7 munud hanner agoriadol o'r gêm. Amddiffyn Gynarfon, y Mopman ar hyn o bryd. Maen nhw dal yn ymosod, Declan Poole, Disney, tu allan iddo. Disney, chodi fyny tuag at y postyn pella, ac yno, mae Harry Franklin wedi sgorio hat-trick, a dim ond 10 munud o'r games di gael ei chwarae. Mae Amddiffyn Gynarfon yn ddifrifol a wael yma ar gair gastell heno. Yn yr amser, sgael ei genetau ar ddiwedd y hanner cyntaf. Disney, tuag at y postyn pella, Nash arbeniad, ond mae'n gefnir oed gan Harry Franklin. Rhedeg i mewn. Gyda'r ymythol allan. Mae'n rhwydo i 4 gol o'r noson. A 4 Cei Cona o'r noson. Tuag at Dan Robert arbeniad. O, mae'n wthiad gan Robert yng nghefn yr amddiffynwyr. Felly fydd i ddim yn cyfri. Saith munud bron di chwarae dros y 45. Bas i Declan Poole, Jack Kenny yn y cwrt Cosby, tuag at Kenny! O, mae'n bumed i Cei Cona wrth i'r gloc. Bron iawn at ar hanner amser. A mae Jack Kenny yn rhoi o'i ail o'r tymor yn erbyn i gyn glwb. Nash, Davies rwnd y gornel i Franklin, dy ddim yn cam sefyll. Cadw'r bel a dir y chwarae, ti'n gael Jack Kenny, o sut yn y ddiar. Mae di methu'r cyfle yna ar ymyl y cwrt 6. Mae dylio fo i rwyd ei ail o'r noson ar 6 i Cei Cona. Bydd yma gan golt hynno eto heno. Harrington mynd teipio i Cartwright, sgwar i Williams. Williams yn mynd yn lletach i Declan Poole, ffyr yn ôl i Josh Williams. Williams, un symudiad ar ergyd yn ffrachio, heibio'r golwr Tom Pritchard. Cei Cona di taro 6, ail o'r tymor i Josh Williams. Symud y fel yn sydyn ar ymyl y cwrt Cosby, ergyd rymus yn curo Pritchard ar ei bostyn agosa. Disgyniad yn Davies, Clark sy'n ti mewn. Louis Lloyd yna gynta, cyfle am y gol gysur i Gynarfon. Oes ma yna, symudiad cyflym o'r cefn. Mae Louis Lloyd yn rhwydo gyda 12 munud o'r 90 yn weddill 4 o'r tymor. I'r ysgellwr. Yna gol gysur firi.
Bil gan John Owen. Owen yn torri tu fewn, mlaen at Steph Davies, mae'n rhediad i allus gan Davies, mae e'n croesi mewn ar Owen! O, dyna chi gyfle gorau'r gêm hyd yma, wedi 10 munud o chwarae, a cyd chwarae gwych rhwng John Owen a Steph Davies. Billy Kirkman ar yr ongl. Mewn mae'n dod. Harry Owen! A mae'r gol yn cael ei sgorio! Ac Owen Taylor sy'n rhwydo dros Aberystwyth. Y bêl letraws gan Kirkman yn cael ei hennill yn yr awyr gan Aberystwyth. Ac Owen Taylor yn rhwydo i gol gyntaf yn uwch gyngrau'r Cymru dros Aberystwyth. Davies yn ceisio am hanner cyfle i groesi. Ffigiad da, bas ymlaen. Yr ergyd yn cael ei harbyn yn dda. Cion Raffel, oedd yr ergyd tro dde a Dave Jones yn arbed yn wych. Dave Jones yn mynd yn hir, chwilio am Steph Davies, mae'n cael ei giro yn yr awyr. Harry Owen sy'n camu mewn yn ceisio troi am ddiffyn. A mae Pennac wedi gwneud camgymeriad. O, mae'n lawio fanna, os bosib. A mae'n mynd i fod yn gic o'r sbotyn. A mae'n mynd i fod yn gardyn coch. Dos bosib yn hyn. Ashley Evans yn cael ei alw draw. Ac Evans sy'n gweld coch yn ogystal. Wel, pethau'n mynd o ddrwg i wath i dîm Rhys Griffiths ar ei holi o gol i ddim. Jack Thorne, y capten, yn arwain drwy y siampl. Mae Aberystwyth ar y blaen o 2-0 yma ym Mhen y Bont. Tafliad wedi chymryd yn fyr at Woolham. Woolham ar yr ongl. Mae'n y gyfle yn beniad a mae'n cael i harbed. Peniad da tuag at y gornel ucha. Harry Owen oedd ar peniad. Henry Jones dros y gic rhydd. 20 munud yn weddill. Chwilio am rediad Harling. Harling ar draws. A'r peniad gan Borge. A mae'n cael ei chasglu gan Dave Jones. Wel, cyfle gorau'r ail hanner o bell ffordd i'r tîm cartre i Billy Borge. Borge yn cael ei giro yn yr awyr. O'r peniad na gan Darlington bron ar rhyddhau Cadwaladr. A dyma Harry Owen. Ac Owen ergyd Isiel yn cael ei casglu gan Alex Pennock y tro hwnnw. Walsh, peniad ddiapus at Cadwaladr. At Lewis, mae Taylor yn grir. Taylor! Owen Taylor! O, heibio'r postyn gan Owen Taylor. Wel, dyna lle dath y dyn ychwanegol yn ddefnyddiol i Aberystwyth. Cadwaladr. At Thorne. Angen y cyffyrddiad gan Alex Pennock. Y capten yn edrych am ei ail o'r noson. Tackle dda gan Kirkman. Gorfodi Reynolds am nôl, a mae Kirkman yn dwy'n y bêl. A cyfle fan hyn i Aberystwyth i dorri. Iwan Lewis. Lewis, mae'n 4 yn erbyn 3. Lewis. Y dewis y bas o Darlington. O, arbediad da, chwarae teg gan Alex Pennock. Digwyddiad ola'r 90. Mae Aberystwyth yn ennill am yr eildro yn unig yn yr uwch gyngrair y tymor yma. Pen y Bont a'r rhediad difrifol yn colli i 4 gêm o'r bron.
Wel, cofiwch, mi fydd uchafbwyntiau holl gema'r penwythnos i weld ar sgorio nos lun am 5 munud wedi 10 ac eto hwnna nos fawrth am 6:30 ar S4C. Wel, Mark, mi gymodd i chydig o amser i ni gyrraedd yna, ond o'r diwedd y seintia ar y blaen o 2-0 ar yr egwyl.
Ia, cynnidiannol hefyd. O'n nhw wedi cael y meddiant cyfleuon drwgydol yr hanner cynta yna ac am gol i rydyn ar y blaen gan Ben Clark. Gath y cyfle yn gynnar iawn ar y hanner cyfle hawddach, dwi'n meddwl, i ddefo sgorio yna.
Wel, da ni'n mynd i gael cyfle i weld chydig o'r gyfleon yna rwan. Dylia bod ydi'n neud yn well?
Dylia, dwi'n meddwl draws y golwr yna a dim Brad Young a fanna mae o'n gweld hanner cyfle iddo fo hun. Cieslewicz wedyn ar rhediad yn taro'r postyn. Absolut rhaid gyffyrddus fona mynd yn heibio'r postyn, ond yn diwedd mi darodd i ni, crafu ochr y postyn. Nath i Astl sy'n bod yn fygythiol yn brasgamu ymlaen o'r cefn. So gath orio hanner cyfle, yma na fo'i droed nid i droed gyrfa fo wrth gwrs, ond desa neb yn gael lawr. So dyr am ddiffynwr canol Pete sy'n cyntaf i gael lawr. Wedyn Cieslewicz yn codi honi fyny teg at y postyn pella. A Redmond gael am gafal iawn yn ni. Ac eto Young y tro ma roed y pwysa ar y golwr ac arsan.
Just oddi ar linall yma yn doedd.
Ie, cadw i safle fyna, so wedi gallu symud allan o'n, ond oedd i'r agweld efallai sy'n rhywbeth yn digwydd, ac gath hon clirio hwnna oddi ar y llinell.
Ys yma amheuaeth, oeddech chi'n teimlo y gol yn dod. Ac o'r diwedd, hon oedd e.
Ia, Brobl yn gwneud gwaith da yn y lle cyntaf, mewn bas llac chwilio am brad yng oedd o, ond maen nhw'n ar a deg yn dod allan am ddiffyn i'r Bala i gau Ben Clark i lawr. Rhaid chdi'r clod i Ben Clark.
Am ergyd gynno fa.
Am ergyd, ond mae'r cyffyrddiad cyntaf yna yn agor i gorff i fyny a reid yn creu y cyfle yna. A mae'n jyst yn cyrmani'n bert o amgylch yr amddiffyn a dim gobaith i Absalom yn afryna.
Pa mor falch fydd o fod wedi sgorio hwnna ar ôl methu'r cyfle cynnar na hefyd?
Ia, golygu fwy nag un pas lac yn ystod o hama'r cyntaf na fyd, ond ti'n gallu gweld yn ei wyneb o hwnna.
Rhyddhad.
Ia, rhyddhad fod o wedi cael y cyfle yna, a di sgorio gol anoddach na'r cyfle gafodd o yn gynnar yn y gem.
Ac wrth gwrs mi oedd na gyfle am un fach arall cyn yr egwyl o'r smotyn y tro hyn.
Ia, Cieslewicz yn ei chanol i eto. Sgil wych yma gan Dan Redmond. Mi gath o'i Gerdyn Melyn, chydig o fnyda'n gynharach am ddeifio, ond y tro na gafodd ei faglu gan Harrison ac Brobl y tro ma jyst yn pasio'r bel yn gelfydd ac yn hawdd i gefn yr hwyd.
Fydd Colin Caton yn siomedig ar ôl para gymaint o'r hanner cyntaf na ar gêm yn ddisgor?
Bydd dyna ddo cynllun cadw Llechan Lan gyn hirad ac a fedru di ac trio rhwystro Seintia Newydd, ond be nhw ddim di wneud, dyn nhw'n wedi bod yn cael lawr, maen nhw wedi gadael nhw'n atyn nhw a dyn nhw, a dyn nhw wedi bod yn gwthio allan i gon sydyn, gan wedi gweld Astles fyny gen unwaith yn camu ymlaen, Brad Young, Clark, maen nhw wedi dechrau cael gormod o le, maen nhw'n gorau cael eu cael lawr tipyn cyflymach na maen nhw wedi cael ei gwneud.
Oes na ffordd yn ôl i'r Bala ar y pwynt yma?
Mae yna, oes, o mae rhaid yn cael gol yn y gol nesa. Os di Seintia'n cael y gol nesa, mae'n os da yn ond os gyda Bala y gol nesa, gyda rhywbeth i gwyth.
Granda, mae yna dipyn o step rhwng fan hyn ar pwynt sylwebu, felly dwi am adael i ti fynd. Ac yn y cyf amser, nawn ni chatgoffa chi am gêm fyw nos Sadwrn nesa, oherwydd cwpan effeith Lloegr fydd yn mynd dan sylw ni. Felly, ymunwch efo ni wrth i ni weld Mansfield yn croesawu Wrexham yn fyw am hanner awr wedi 7 ar S4C. Remember, English language commentary is available for you. Mark Jones and Sean Meredith are waiting for your company, ond ar gyfer y sylwebaeth yn y Gymraeg, yn ôl â ni at Mark Lloyd-Williams a Mike Davis.
Welcome back to Park Hall in Oswestry, where TNS currently lead. Bala Town by 2-0. 2 goals in the last 5 minutes before half-time have turned the tide. Will it be a struggle in the second period for Bala? I would have expected. Or can they get an early goal and come back into this game? Sean, your views?
Yeah, I agree with Mark's comments at half-time. The next goal, whenever it's 2-0, the next goal is vital, it's critical. It's critical that Bala do nick one and make a game of it. Otherwise, you know, with the way and the form the new Saints have been in this season, you know, they could run away 4-5 quite easily.
The rain absolutely hammering down. Great ball in, just too close to the goalkeeper. Good effort again, though, from young Ewan Roberts. He's been busy all the game, he stood up well. Astles again, off on one of his merry runs. Oh, it's a great spin from Young. Young, I'm sure, will be somebody hoping to get on the scoreline in the second period. For me, the man in the first 45, Adrian Cieslewicz. Pattern set up, TNS on the ball, passing their way through the lines, through triangles and width. Smith, Clark, very important, Sean, the first 5 minutes.
Oh, absolutely, and we've already seen the new Saints as we've settled into the usual pattern of play.
Great ball, Davis. Cleared by Naim Marsin. Astles trying to play the 1-2 there with Clark. He's desperate for a goal by the look of Astles today, Sean.
Well, you can't fault him, can you? He's been positive with every run that he's made.
Talking about positive, we had a positive message at half-time when to say they're enjoying the commentating, and I got all excited, but I calmed down a bit when I realised it was your father, Sean, from Spain.
Yeah.
John, I hope you're enjoying your holiday, and thanks for the message about the commentating.
Spending my inheritance is what I call it, Mark.
Enjoy yourself. Young. Chance, Brobble usually takes the opportunity from distance. It's just gone down off the ball there, Brobble. Leo Smith, Redmond fires one in. Wall. Luke Wall getting the shout from Caton. Well done. It's a great ball out from Naeem Arsene. I think neutrals watching the game would love to see a Bala goal to make a contest of it. Next goal, vital. Redmond back in to Pask. Just get and give every time, Sean. It's wonderful to play in if you're playing in that sort of team with that much confidence. And you could tell the hours and hours of training every day, and this is where it does make a difference.
Yeah, and they're in the driving seat. You know, they're 2-0 up. They can decide to sit back if they want to. You know, they're quite capable of just seeing the game out, but knowing them and the standards that they've set, they'll look to get that third goal, and even more if they can. As you say, the young man, Ben Young, he'll be desperate to get on the score sheet, especially with some people starting to look at him. So it's those standards all around the park for the new Saints, which I'm sure will make them just drive forward and look for the third.
Yeah, surprisingly, Bala are in a decent situation in the league, but they haven't won away in the league this season, which surprises me. But their form at home has been really smart. Again, first 5 or 10 minutes of the second period, it will be vital. Abadaki just trying to run outside, but Pask does the job and putting out a play. Roberts almost gets beyond the big central defender. And the break could be on again now. Cieslewicz just switches place so well. It's a good touch from Brobble. There's a big diagon. Oh, wonderful ball from Astles. He's enjoying himself this afternoon. Daniels whips it in. He's really picking his passes this afternoon. The big man Astles from the back. Davis. Smith. Redmond trying to pick somebody out. Headed away by Nathan Pete. The shout from Colin Caton, the manager, right below us, is to get out. Newell. Oh, great effort. Just off target. What a fine effort from George Newell. Just stood right behind that, and unfortunately for me, I could see he was missing straight away, but fine effort from the centre forward.
Yeah, for once, Astle with the lacklustre pass in the middle of the park, and he's way off his line. If that's on target, that's going in. There's a bit of wind behind him. He knew he had that in his locker, just couldn't quite direct it.
And you know what, Sean, when he sees the replay, George, I think he's going to be disappointed with that, because it was on.
Yeah, and he had more time. He had more time to settle himself.
Yeah.
He rushed the shot to some extent.
You know, smart footballing brain to take it on early, but it's just almost like a rugby kick, a long distance rugby kick. You could see it was going wide. Astles with a mistimed pass.
Yeah, his first mistake of the night, in fairness to him. It was just a bit too casual in the middle of the park, especially when there's lack of cover there.
It's a big ask to have 4 out of your team that comes somewhere like Park Hall. I think that'll be Colin Caton's, or any Bala fan will obviously be telling you that, and it's true. It's hard to take 4 good players out of a team, and you end up at Park Hall on a Saturday night on the television as well. Cieslewicz, Pask, I don't think Pascal get many easier games than the one he's had so far tonight. Brobble, Redmond. Oh, Danny Davis turning on the style now from the left back slot. Redmond, chance. Oh, he's got to take the header on. He's got to take the header on for me. It's a great ball in, there was pace on it. Everything was saying to Cieslewicz, just guided in the corner.
Yeah, how often have we seen Redmond just pick out a pass like this? He sees the run of Cieslewicz early. He sees him there. It's a great ball, curled in, plenty of power. All he needs to do is direct it on goal, because the pace on the cross makes it easier for Cieslewicz just to direct it into the corner of the net. It's a great whip, and he's just waiting for him to put it on target and make it 3-0 for the night.
Smith, Keenan Smith, still as ever, giving his all in that centre of midfield for Bala.
Well, he thinks it's a free kick, Smith.
Yeah.
They've won the throw-in, but they wanted more.
Harrison wanted the throw-in. Wall. Next goal, like we said, vital chance. Oh, great ball in from Wall. He leapt well. Again, Newell. He's put in a good shift this afternoon, the 9. He's put in a great shift. But once again, if he's got there before the centre-half, he might be disappointed he hasn't guided this on target.
Yeah, it's a great ball in again, different from first half. There's a bit of quality on it, there's a bit of zip. Newell gets well, he jumps well, jumps early, just couldn't get direction on the header. But, you know, that's one of the chances that you've got to take against the New Saints.
Daniels gets it in. Centre-back pairing of Harrison and Nathan Peat have done well. I watched the game last night, luckily enough, Sean. I watched Kyra Reilly and Lanethley. A wonderful, great game to watch. And how important the number 9 is as Astles carries on his adventures of playing as centre forward, centre midfield and centre half in the same afternoon.
Just keeps on going, doesn't he? Fair play to him. Yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, I was talking about the number 9, so important to any team. And I think that Newell is just, because of his performance today again, especially the second half again, he's having a go. So he's still keeping his team in the game, showing that somebody wants to get the ball in the back of the net for his team.
Yeah, and it's a tough task, you know, you're running the line all on your own. You're basically living off breadcrumbs.
Oh, absolutely.
And, you know, it's always going to be a tough 90 minutes when you're asked to play a position like that.
Young. Young, very much like Declan McManus, comes deep a lot to look for the ball.
Yeah, what would be interesting is when McManus is fit. What's his options? Can he play, what do you think? Can he play both of them? Are they too similar? Are they?
Yeah, I think it's been a long time since TNS have gone out and out 2 up top like that. You know, they've had their system now for a decade, shall we say, with the 2 wide wingers and a centre forward.
It's not a bad problem to have, obviously. But,
wonderful.
You know, when you do have maybe 2 players who like to come short, look at the channels, as you're saying, maybe it's something to work on.
Definitely.
But what a problem to have.
Got to take their chances now. They set this up. Now Arsenal will take the kick. They've got to fill up, trying to get something on it. Nathan Peat in there. Harrison in there. Newell obviously in there. Arsenal. Decent delivery. Peat gets the first header. Smith. Wall. Great ball in from Wall again. Peach of a ball from Brobble. Smith tried to spin his man and flick it on.
That is a great ball. Oh. I mean, it was right down my vision here in the gantry, and it's just outside the boot. He looks early, ping. It's like a golfer, just putting a bit of spin on it. And if Smith had just released, the New Saints would have been in there.
Smith was patrolled the centre of midfield all day. Great ball. Can he keep this in, Brobble? He just opted not to. I don't know whether he's something wrong with his ankle there. It's very unlike Brobble not to try and spin and whip that in. There's no doubt he has the ability to do that. Just lets it run out of play, which is surprising.
Yeah, could have easily done the Cruyff turn there, couldn't he? As you say, maybe it's that ankle, maybe he doesn't want to go rolling over it on it.
Has to be a foul. Has to be a foul. Newell again. Pask just grabbing Newell around the neck. Referee says it's definitely a free kick. And from the replay, I think he's just keen centre-half who just goes for the ball the way any centre-half would.
Well, either way, Newell's done well again.
Yeah.
He's brought his team into a position where, you know, they're knocking on the door again. And certainly, you know, Bala have come out the second half not frightened at all of the New Saints. They're running away with it. They're looking for this not equalising goal, but they're looking to make it 2-1.
It's great to see. Big chance for Harrison then. He just lost it, I think, in the light. It was a great ball in from Naeem Arson.
I remember watching the New Saints last year, Mark, and I think you were doing the English commentary in Met, where they were 2-0 up, cruising, and Met went on to win that game 3-2 in the end, which was a huge shock. But what you've got to do against the New Saints is never give up. You know, that you never know. Sometimes, because they beat teams so handsomely, they think the game's over. Yeah. And it just takes that minute to change things.
Especially on an afternoon like this when mistakes can be made. The break could be on. Pete, referee says play on. That's an interesting one. Clark goes down, and on the touchline below us, Craig Harrison is going absolutely berserk that the free kick wasn't given. Arson. Newell again, looking for action. Slides the ball into Abadaki. If he's onside, he's just straight offside.
That's tight.
Very tight.
We might have another look at this if we can, which I think we will be able to. He looks as if he... Ooh.
Might have just straight.
Yeah,
they've played
a good high line there, haven't they?
Yeah.
Tight though.
Brad Young is obviously just not an out-and-out goal scorer. The ex-Aston Villa striker. He likes to link the play. Clark, keeper. Good collect from Absalom. Kellen Absalom's been a good replacement to Alex Ramsey, who was obviously one of the better goalkeepers in this league for Bala for the last 4 or 5 seasons. But he's a good replacement to Absalom.
He's a good distributor of the ball as well. Very, very, very good on the floor. Handball.
It will be handball. Yeah, there's a yellow card on the way to Nathan Pete. Seen Nathan collect many yellow cards, and not in that fashion though.
Well, he clearly puts his hand out, so you know there's no option.
Oh, referee has no option. No option at all. And on a night like this, technical ability, Brobble, as we said, is one of the best technical players this league has ever produced. Can he work something of making this skip off the surface?
Well, it's the right distance, isn't it, to get it over the wall. And as you say, with a night like we have tonight, with the rain bellowing down, then you want it just to bounce in front of the keeper and skidding off the surface. But certainly, it's perfect range for a Brobble to worry the goalkeeper.
My tape measure eyes tell me it's 29 yards, Sean, OK?
Go, Gadget eyes.
Brobble. It's a good wall, it's a brave wall. Daniels. Cieslewicz. This stage of the season, I think Craig Harrison will be very keen to get that third goal and make a few substitutions, Sean. Redmond passes it in. Young gets a shot off. Absalom again collects. The rain.
Yeah, it's a good run by Redmond. Maybe looking for the 1-2, but he decides to take the shot on. Turns well. He can't. You know, he's a young boy. As you say, he wants to get that goal. Wants to get on the score sheet. Like any good striker.
Strong challenge. Great challenge from Luke Wall there. I think it was appreciated as well by the big man Astles. That is a substitution. Jordan Williams coming on for Pask. Just returning to the team. Josh Pask. Danny Davis did well. Go back into the centre-back spot now. Josh Daniels. Does that show that they maybe... Oh, I think they're going to drop Danny Redmond in at left-back, Sean. He's played there many a time for him in the past. Yeah, he stood in the left spot now, just in front of us. Yeah. Davis will go twin centre-half with Astles. Daniels in the right-back spot. Danny Davis will enjoy coming forward with the ball. Smith. Clark. Brobble. Oh, great touch, Cieslewicz. Young tries to spin his marker. Pete stands up strong. Defends really well there, Nathan Pete. Luke Wall's put in a good shift. Sean?
Yeah, he's doing well. As you say, it's as a winger, you know, you're helping out, you're defensively looking to support the team. And just again, it relieves a bit of pressure by taking that run down the line.
Yeah, and Redmond, I think, will be very lucky if he doesn't receive a yellow for this one, by the way, because if you're going to take the winner out, this is...
Well, he's taken himself out there. He's made some damage to himself there. I'm not sure if it's a knee. Just a bit clumsy with that tackle. Yeah, you're right, the referee could have given it.
Cardiff against Barry on Scorio tomorrow afternoon, 5 o'clock.
I was going to say, you're going to go and watch that, Mark, but you're off to sunnier climates, are you?
Yeah, I think I've got the fourth call instead of Barry. Lanathley against Penabont in 2 weeks. White gets it forward. Well, it's take your hat off time to Bala so far for the second period. They've stayed in the game. Jordan Williams is somebody who will want to come on and earn his spurs and get back into the team. Abadaki, referee, brandishes a yellow. I don't know whether he's just missed time. Is he taking him out here?
Yeah, he's just...
Yeah,
he's gone in, he's won the ball before him, he was on the run, yellow. Just a bit quicker.
Referee spot on there. They practice a yellow card for Abadaki. So it's hotting up at the top between Connors Quay and TNS in the Cymru Premier League. The win this evening will give TNS a 3-point advantage, but there is a race on. And do you see Neil Gibson's Nomads staying in the race?
Ooh, just watch this one play out.
Oh, he's not the greatest of back passer from Abadaki. Chance! Daniels, oh, what a block, Nathan Pete. It's a great block from Pete. He's defended well all afternoon, Nathan Pete. Roberts, for me, has done superb in midfield. Absalom collects. He's still in the game, Sean, 2-0, as everybody knows. And this is a massive block from Nathan Pete.
Yeah, he looks to tuck it away in the far right corner. Too many bodies in front of him. But yeah, 2-0. You're always in the game at 2-0. 2-0 is half-time, can be the best and worst of scores. Here we go. Change of the guard here.
3 changes. There's one man who's earned his spurs there. He's had a tremendous game in midfield. Ewan Roberts. Newell has been tremendous. I think Colin Caton may be looking at future games here, because that man for me was at least man of the match for Bala this afternoon. Lingoba will be coming on. Sierra Lingoba.
Malkin as well, is it?
Joe Malkin will be coming on. There's Malkin. He'll take the place of Newell up top. Ewan Roberts says Lingoba. Has he made 2? There's 3 on the line. Malkin.
Yeah, I think all 3 of them come on.
Yeah, we think all 3 of them will come on. We'll get the other one across to you. Luke Wall's come off, and Theo Knight has come on, has made the 3rd substitution. 3 substitutions for Bala. 20 minutes left on the clock. As at half-time, 45 minutes, we did say next goal was bound to be crucial. Comfortable? Yeah, comfortable at 2-0. But game over, game never over at 2-0. Williams, Jordan Williams. Loves a run in a long shot, Williams. Just passes it to the wrong man, unfortunately for him. Malkin could take up the role of Newell now. Redmond comfortable in the left-back spot. Smith. Leo Smith. Abadaki, like I said in the first period, has really tracked well all afternoon. And we haven't seen a lot of Josh Daniels going forward this afternoon. Chance. It's a great block again. And centre-back pairing of Pete. Once again with a block. Pete and Kyle Allison have really played well at the back. It's one of those games, Sean, when you're playing, like we said, almost Man City of this league, TNS. If you are getting beat 2-0 on the afternoon, you can take positives from it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the shape of the team has been solid. You know, they've listened to the instructions of Caton in terms of the way that he wanted them to set up. And they've had the opportunities, especially in the second half. You know, some of the crosses that have come in. Newell had a really good chance to make it 2-1. And certainly, you know, they've been in the game and made it an entertaining encounter.
Oh, what a ball that is. Daniels this time gets around Abadaki. Will he put the cross in early? He does put the cross in early, stands it up. Good defensive header from White. He clears his lines then. Malkin wins the header. Kieran Smith back to Arson. You want the free kick. Of course, European slots. 3rd place usually guarantees a European spot, especially if teams are winning doubles. And what has happened over the last few years, you see Connors Key most probably red hot favourites for 2nd spot. Who do you see pushing for 3rd spot so far, Sean?
Well, I'll try and answer the question you asked me. We did get a chance to discuss it because Connors Key are certainly putting up a fight in terms of giving the New Saints a decent challenge this year. You know, they're brushing away sides. You saw last night with the 6-1 win against Carnarvon. Are they strong enough to go through the course of the championship? I'm not sure. Do they have the strength and depth that the New Saints have? I'm not that convinced, no. But they'll keep on going, that's for certain, under Neil Gibson, and he'll be certainly wanting to take it down to the wire if he can.
A lot will depend on individual games, obviously, because as we know, the league splits in January, as everybody should know by now.
He needs to keep everybody fit as well, because he hasn't got the strength and depth that the New Saints would have. He needs to make sure that his key players are there for the duration of the championship.
Then we'll go on then to the next question of 3rd spot. Do you see any favourable?
Everybody's just, it's so unpredictable. Other than at the moment New Saints and Connors Key, other games to predict are very, very difficult.
An interesting one next week for me, Carnarvon and Penabont. That'll be. They both like getting forward at their best. Carnarvon are very entertaining.
Yeah, we know the struggles maybe that Penabont are going through at the moment in terms of the number of players that they've got out injured or suspended or whatever. Carnarvon are then, you know, they're coming off the back of a 6-1 defeat to Connors Key. Again, it's a really difficult one to say.
Too early to call yet, then.
I think so. But the interesting one is that challenge of Connor's Key against the New Saints at the moment. Can they stay in the race?
Clark. Brobble. Again, Cieslewicz shows plenty of width. Redmond is slotted into the left back spot quite easily. Malkin just taking the George Newell roll up of trying to close down the centre halves. Davis. Danny Davis, of course, ex-professional cricketer. I'm sure he would have played in the slips, Danny, because everything he does at his own pace. Brobble. That's a great ball, and it's not a bad first touch from Redmond in the teeming down rain at Park Hall. Brobble. Daniels. It was always going to be first time then for Daniels. White. Just free kick from behind.
Yeah, he just buys the free kick there, doesn't he? Doesn't know that Cieslewicz is behind him with the White with the back header.
He's unlucky there, Theo Knight. He's got to get a challenge in. Two in the wall. With Brobble's ability,
he goes for this, doesn't he?
He has to go for this, surely. I think it's a bit too close to the area to put it across. It's quite a deep wall. Brobble gets it wrong, and he holds his hands on his head.
It's either or, isn't it?
It's very unlike Brobble. He's disappointed with that. That's a good opportunity. You've got to get that on target from there, by the way.
Well, I'm not sure. I really do think he's in two minds there, Mark.
Yeah.
I think he's maybe aiming as a cross for the top corner. If nobody gets a touch, it goes into the top corner. And it's either or.
Still in that territory of another goal. Could make a big difference to the last 15 minutes of this game. It's hooked away. TNS 2, Bala Town 0 in the Cymru Premier League.
Second half has flown by. 15 minutes left.
The big Rugby World Cup final this evening. Of course, we all wanted or wished for Wales to be in it. New Zealand, South Africa final. The winner, Sean?
I was going to ask you. You got in before me.
I'm sure you used to play as a flying wigger from...
Outside half, I was, Mark.
Oh, outside half. There you are. You're the man. You're the man. You've avoided the question anyway. We'll carry on with the football.
If you want, it's going to be tight. I'll go New Zealand by 5.
Okay.
It's a tough one to call.
Midfield 2 have worked their socks off. Kieran Smith and Nathan Burke in midfield. 2 experienced midfielders, and they have been in there for a lot of the time against a triangle, like we said. They've done really well.
Yeah, we mentioned them at the start of the programme, how influential, the fact that they need to sit in and look to provide that extra layer of defence. And certainly, they've worked hard, but they've also been clever in the runs that they've put in as well.
Davis.
Here he is again, Smith just in front of the back four.
And again, Nathan Peat defended well all day.
He's offside.
That's one of those unlucky ones from Malkin. He's just a yard and a half in the other half. So they've stepped up really high there.
Yeah, they've done really well. They've seen the run, and he's just not anticipated the fact that they've pushed up.
Redmond. I think Danny Davis has gone down.
I was going to say.
Yeah. And it looks, in the way you're looking at him, it's one of them ones where he's not going to stay on now the last 14 minutes. Could again be a tactical change here. We'll check the substitutes out.
Do you see what happened? I didn't see.
I think he's just pulled something. Again, he's been unfortunate with injuries, Danny, over the years. He twisted his ankle.
It looks like the ankle.
Yeah.
He's not the first one either tonight.
Blaine Hudson is on the bench, by the way, and straight away the physio says change. And with some big games coming up, especially the quarter-final, does he land awkwardly? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Straight away you can tell as soon as he landed. Ben Clark comes off.
Surprisingly.
Blaine Hudson is going to come on for Danny Davis, but Rory Holden is coming on for Ben Clark. Holden again came on and played well last week. It is that goal. One touch, take two, back of the net. Great goal.
Yeah, you can watch that all night, can you?
Davis is so disappointed, Danny. You've got to have luck in football, as you well know, Sean. You get some players can play and tackle and go through 500 games and very rarely get an injury, and you get some exactly the same good, honest players. You just got to be lucky with injuries.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Holden. He's got a wand of a left foot, by the way. Redmond. The balance of the team is really good now with Holden on there as well. Holden. Young. He's been shackled well with the two centre-halves, by the way. Brovel. White heads away. Smith. And every player they're bringing on, Sean, as you well know, you're not lowering no standard. You're equaling it at least. Oh, the key header that was. Abadaki one-on-one. He's taken on the big man Astles, and his touch just wasn't certain enough to keep the ball away from the big centre-back.
Yeah, it was a heavy touch, wasn't it?
It was a heavy touch.
You know, you can't let the ball roll, 10 yards in front of you, especially when you've got a defender like Astle, who is a big guy, but also very quick across the grass.
Yeah, centre midfield again. Bala doing really well in there. Smith. Malkin will try and hold it up. Young goes to ground. Nathan Burke again tight on his marker. Referee says free kick.
Yeah, he does well in the end to draw the free kick. There's 2 or 3 around him, but he's been marshalled well.
He has been
all
marshalled well all evening.
Very little space for him to turn, look at the channels. It's a different game for him tonight.
2-0 a comfortable win. 3-0 at this stage. No bonus there is the scout, if we can call him a scout, obviously. Good centre forward. Holden. Interesting for me, Holden's gone to the right side of midfield now with his left foot. Smith will stay central, and it looks like Brovel will just come in the mix again as a floater. Daniels. The big man again pushing forward from the back, making the extra man in midfield. Jordan Williams. Chance to get the cross in now. Pulls it back to the edge of the box. Cieslewicz gets a shot off it, just goes wide. Again, it's another great block over somebody who's put a tremendous shift in the centre of the midfield, Nathan Burke. He's made about 10 tackles in the last 15 minutes, Burke.
Right, it's a good pullback, and Cieslewicz just gets a deflection. That could have been worrying Absol in the goal. He's had a good game, Cieslewicz.
Redmond comes across from left back to deliver left-footed. Right underneath the post. Surely, yeah, he clambered all over the goalkeeper there. He's pushed young Theo Knight forward. He's pushed Malkin forward and Abadaki. So they're playing with 3 up at present, Bala. So they are,
going for it.
They're in the race. There's 10 minutes to go. Were they to steal one? It's great to come on, mind, when you are 2-0 ahead, pretty comfortable in a team that passes the ball around so much, Sean. You know, you're asked to go on there and just reproduce what the man before you's done, most probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Very cool by the keeper there, mind. So he was in trouble at one point. Gets pinged back to him. Plays a 1-2 off Williams, is that it?
Yeah.
Or Leo Smith? No, Williams.
You'll be claiming that one, I think. 82 minutes on the clock. Once again, we'll go through the weekend scores. Connors Quay 6, Carnarvon Town 1, Penabont 0, Aberystwyth 2 last night, Colwyn Bay 0, Barry 1 this afternoon, Pontypridd 1, Cardiff Met 3, Newtown 1, Haverfordwest 1, and at present TNS 2, Bala Town 0. Daniels, can he come up with something special? Not really.
No, he's never going to beat the keeper from that angle with his right foot. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to whip it into the top corner, but he's the angles on him doing that are near on impossible.
We will be approaching 5 or 6 minutes as Brobble drives forward. Can he get the shot off now? Brobble just hasn't been right with him today. He's seen better days than this. He's got the penalty goal, but he's had some opportunities, 3 or 4 free kicks, 3 or 4 chances from distance.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is probably one of the better ones as well. He creates the space. It's a good run into the holes now that are appearing in the Bala defence with them pushing forward, but doesn't quite get the connection on the strike that he was looking for.
Absalom. Kick puts him right the way in. It's Astles gets the header away. They got bodies forward, Bala. 6 or 7 bodies forward. He's got to get the ball into the box or get a corner. He gets the corner. He gets the corner. And with 5 minutes left on the clock, what a time this would be for Bala to strike. Nathan Pete and company should be filling that 18-yard box now. I know how much Craig Harrison was looking for a clean sheet today after giving 2 goals away last week against Barry Town. He was really disappointed to give 2 goals away. A brace from Ollie Hulbert last week, and he was really disappointed after. The ball in, just too much on it. Definitely too much on it. We were talking man of the match candidate, Sean.
Ooh. Well, you got to think about maybe Astles with the runs that he's been making from centre half. The shot that he had that was just wide of the post, I think he's put in a decent performance.
Yeah, it's difficult.
It'll be interesting to see who Mark Lloyd Williams goes for.
Yeah, it's difficult sometimes to give it to a player on the losing team, but I think a couple of midfielders, Berg's done well in there. Smith,
well, they've done a job, haven't they?
Yeah,
they've done a job, and it's a good standard.
Yeah, they've stayed in the game. Maybe for me, Ben Clark or Cieslewicz. Clark with a wonder goal was most probably the highlight of the game, and Cieslewicz has just popped up in all areas. Smith. Double win today in the championship for Cardiff and Swansea City. 2 good wins. Great to see. Hold and close it across. They're still looking for that 3rd goal. Smith guides it wide to Aberdaki. Knight breaks forward. Oh, it's a great touch. White, he's asking a lot of the youngster to get on the end of that, by the way. Just too much with the pace on the pitch.
But you know what? It's your man of the match, Cieslewicz, who does probably a 15 to 20 metre run to get back and help his defence out there. I was looking at him there. He was busting a gut to get back and just put pressure on White.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Yeah,
your better teams, they're always working harder as well.
Yeah,
you always go, oh, they've got the better skills, the better players. But for me, the work rate as well is absolutely key. You look at your Man Cities, they're working hard all the time.
Yeah, people don't understand. People don't understand how hard they're working to create openings all the time. But with almost 88 minutes on the clock, it's been we will call it a comfortable 2-0. 2 goals in a spell of 3 or 4 minutes, by the way, just before half-time, unlocked the door. And it's just been par for the course in the second period. The TNS have had plenty of possession. Bala puffed and puffed, almost created a chance or two. Holden, wide of the mark. Not a bad effort from Rory Holden.
It's a great strike. Really catches this one. There's a bit of dip on it. Certainly if it's on target, it's worrying the keeper, but gets enough power on it. And as we said, with the slippery surface that we've got now after the rain, everything is going to spin off the surface.
Astles. Young, again, peeling off to try and link the play. His early chance, his spinning chance in the first 5 minutes of the game when he just surprised everybody, spun his man and got the shot off. He'll be disappointed that didn't go in. That most probably is Brad Young's only real chance in the 90 minutes.
Yeah. But the way that the game's been set up, with the way the Bala defended, it was always going to be difficult to create any kind of space up against the back four of Bala. So it's always going to be a tough night for him because the main threat was those runners in behind.
Yeah. Smith. Holden to Smith. They're plugging away for that third goal. Bala working their socks off to keep it at 2 and keep their goal against ratio down. Chance here. Cieslewicz, offside flag goes up. It was Cieslewicz again who unlocked the defence with a wonderful run round the back, got the ball in. Ball ended up in the back of the net, but the flag's up.
Yeah, I was wondering because he was in a great position. He was 2 yards in front of the defender. Whoa, I might go.
Wow.
Hang on. Another look at that.
He looked onside then, didn't he?
I thought he was running in front of him, but he looks as if he was coming from behind.
Cieslewicz looks disappointed as well. Last substitution of the afternoon, surely, with 5 seconds left of the 90. Nathan Pete comes off.
He's done well as well.
Yeah.
Pete.
And Adam Mitter joins the play. Colin Caton most probably just boxing clever there. Nathan Pete on a yellow card. 4 added minutes. Nathan Pete has got the man of the match award, by the way, on leaving the pitch there. He's been awarded it by Mark Lloyd-Williams. He has defended really well and kept Brad Young pretty quiet. It was a big task. TNS still plugging away. 3 minutes to get their third goal. Holden. Jordan Williams. Substitutes have struggled to really make a big impact to change the game. They've come on. You'd expect Jordan Williams to make, deep runs into the defence. It's just the way Bala have defended in a good line, a deep line, and haven't left no space in behind them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They've sticked to the game plan, as they say.
Smith. And the referee, just a word for the referee, not just because he's a black or wide of the mark from Holden. Said a word for the referee, not just because he's a black belt in karate, but he has had a good game.
Excellent game, Mark. Excellent game.
Pratt, multi-talented referee, and he's had a great game this afternoon. But enjoyed your company, Sean. As always, entertaining, and you had a decent encounter for 25 to 30 minutes. It looked like this game was going to take off. Let's be honest, it's most probably flattered to be a classic in the second 45 minutes, but a good performance from TNS, which you'd expect, and a good battling performance from Bala.
Yeah, you summed it up perfectly, Mark. I mean, there's nothing else I would have said. They've set the stall, Bala. They've come here with a game plan. The players have obviously, listened to the manager, Caton, and they've kept TNS at arm's length, shall we say.
Redmond, Martin does really well, and Abadaki still involved in a personal battle against Josh Daniels. That's one which has gone all afternoon, and we'll see that one's finished 50-50 as well. Smith, Harrison has had a smart game alongside Nathan Pete. Good touch from Malkin. I'm sure Harrison, Craig Harrison, same mission accomplished for the afternoon. 3 points and a clean sheet. Or will they get a clean sheet? Malkin pulls it back corner. Consolation surely if they were to get a goal at the moment, because there's 30 seconds left on the clock.
Hey, look at that, what we don't concede. Hey, we don't fucking concede, come on.
TNS with 3 points clear at the top of Connors Key Nomads in second place. Corner comes in. Oh, Malkin, great connection. It's just one of them ones while smashes the back of the net or goes over. It's a wonderful connection. He's not going to head the ball harder than that all season again, but it flies over the bar.
Well, it's a good run. It's a good run. It's a good leap. Keeper does well just to get something on it. It's the last play of the game. As you say, Mark, it would have been a consolation goal, but there we have it.
2 goals, the lead, 2 goals, the end. TNS 2, Bala Town 0. Enjoyed the afternoon at a rainy Park Hall. Look out for the highlights on Monday evening on Scorio. Thank you very much, Sean Meredith. Thank you for viewing.
Wel, dyma chi gadarnhad felly o ganlyniad ar penwythnos. Y Saints newydd yn ennill fan hyn o 2-0 yn erbyn y Bala. Neithiwr, ceic honna yn anfon 6 heibio Caernarfon. A beth am y ganlyniad honno rhwng Pen-y-bont ac Aberystwyth yn ennill o 2-0. Bydd y goliaeth bwysig felly hefyd i'r Bari pnawn 'ma ar draul Bae Colwyn. Dyma ni gip olwg ar y tabl, y Seintia yn ymestyn i mantais ar y brig i 3 phwynt. Gêm wrth gefn ganddyn nhw hefyd wrth gwrs, y Bala'n llithro lawr i'r 6ed safle. Mae'n dyn lawr tu ar gwylod, yn enwedig yn dilyn honna rhwng Bae Colwyn a'r Bari pnawn 'ma ag Aberystwyth yn fuddigol neithiwr. I'm pleased now to welcome the winning manager with a smile on his face, of course, Craig Harrison.
Hi, Nicky.
Craig, how do you assess that one then?
Yeah, I don't think we started the best. I think the first 20 minutes, half an hour, were pretty sloppy, and then obviously as the half got on, to go in 2-0 was probably a fair reflection in the end, because I think the last 20 minutes of the first half we had 4 or 5 good opportunities, and we're a lot better the second half, passed it a lot better. I know we didn't score any more goals, but the build-up play was a lot better, a lot more patient, and we looked after the ball a lot better.
Do you feel that you maybe took your foot off the throttle a little bit there during the second half, just in terms of the number of chances being created as well?
Yeah, no, I don't really. I think, the game, we give the ball too much away in the first half. We're trying to slip people in, and we got a penalty through it, but, the final pass was just always trying to play a really tough ball instead of making 5 or 6 more passes and trying to work our way in and create a better opportunity. But, from that point of view, yes, disappointed didn't score any goals second half, but I thought actual all-round performance and control of the game was a lot better.
I've got to say, I know it's been a long day for you, Craig. You were catching a train at, 10 to 6 this morning,
yes,
having been up in Dundee yesterday evening. So that Scottish Cup match to look forward to.
Yeah.
Long day it may be, but results like this make it all the sweeter, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Look, we've not cut any corners from this. I was in training yesterday morning. We'd done anything. I went straight from training and caught the train to Dundee. Got there about 7:15, went and watched the game. We are very proud to represent Wales in the Challenge Cup. We want to make sure we do a good job of it. So, it was a long day. It was a long night. It was a long day yesterday, a long day today. But I think it's important that we'll go and be professional and go and watch the game when we could. And, hopefully I'll have a good night's sleep tonight and get some rest and go again tomorrow.
I'm sure you will. But, if there's one thing that we do know about TNS, it's that you want to win every game you're involved in, no matter what competition. And the planning is always meticulous.
Yeah, definitely. I think it has to be, because if you start cutting corners, then you get found out quite quickly. So yeah, we obviously we do all our due diligence and work hard. And if that is going travelling the length and breadth of the UK, then we do that. Like I said, we're very, very proud. We represent Wales in the competition, and we look forward to our growth in 2-3 weeks' time.
Well, one thing you'll be happy to hear is that there's an extra hour in bed tonight with the clocks going back. Craig, enjoy the result. Llongyfarchiadau, thanks again.
Thanks, Nikki. Thank you very much.
Felly, pnawn fory, cofiwch, ar-lein Caerdydd yn erbyn y Bari sydd gennym ni chi ym Mhrif Adran Genero, ac yna Bnawn Sadwrn nesa, neu nos Sadwrn dylwn i ddeud, am hanner awr wedi 7. Cofiwch ymuno hefo ni, oherwydd fyddwn ni yn Mansfield ar gyfer ymweliad Wrexham yng nghwpan FA Lloegr. Now, I'm joined by Bala Town manager Colin Caton. Colin, is it a hard one to take to come here to a ground where they don't lose games? They haven't lost here since last March. 2-0 on paper doesn't look like a bad result, does it? How do you assess it?
Yeah, we've done really well. Just we had to forced to make 4 changes before the start of the game. Ollie Shannon was unavailable with injury. Aaron Edwards was out injured, and Paulo Mendes was out injured as well. So we were down to the bare bones, but I'm proud of the lads. Absolutely outstanding to come here, and when you think about it, they haven't really had a shot in the box. The goals come from a shot from outside the box and then a penalty. And I don't think they've troubled us a lot inside the box, but that's the class that they've got, and the resources here are unbelievable. And I'm just proud of the lads. We've brought youth players on there and done really well.
How about the goals that you did concede? Were you a little bit disappointed in the manner that they went?
Yeah, definitely. But like I say, the goals is one from outside the box, which is really good quality. Kel's the best goalkeeper in the league this year by an absolute mile. People talk about the goalkeepers, but Kel's an outstanding one out there by himself, the best. And then the penalty, which is a bit of a definite penalty, but just a silly little tackle, and he's gone over. So apart from that, Kel hasn't made a save in the game, I don't think, and he's gathered a few, but apart from that, we've done really well with what we've got coming here.
Yeah, you're right to praise your defensive record. I think you had the best defensive record in the league going into this one, only 9 goals conceded. How about at the other end of the pitch? Would you have liked to have seen some more chances created?
Yeah, definitely. We didn't really have any chances in the first half, but George Newell's had a good header. He's caught it too well when Luke Walls crossed it in for him. Joe Melkin at the end there, and then a ball that's fizzed across the box, which Aussie's put across the box and says I didn't quite get there. But just, it's difficult to come here. This won't determine what our season turns out to be with the point or this loss here. It's important that we get into next week and pick points up against other teams. Any point against TNS is a massive reward. We've played them twice and only conceded 2 against them in the 2 games. And it's really important that we defend really well, but yeah, going forward we have to create more going forward.
A final word, if you will, about those injuries. Do you expect them to be sorted by next week?
Yeah, and they need training, physio in this week, and we've got to get them back. And but the lads have done well tonight, really well. So it'll be difficult for them to get back in. But Aaron's a top player in this league for years, and he's a good experience for us. Paolo's a good athlete in this league. So and Ollie Shannon will be back as well. So we've got competition for places. So it's important that we've got more or less everybody available. Hopefully next week if they respond to treatment.
Colin, a pleasure as always. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Felly, yma